week's edition of Inside the Capitol. I'm Jason Atkins.
And I'm Maggee.
It's another busy week. We're heading toward legislative deadlines on April 4th, and so legislators are busy trying to cram in what policy bills and budget bills they can before these deadlines. It's the April 11th deadline for finance bills, and then there's the Easter Passover break, and then the real work, the nitty-gritty of working on a budget is full steam ahead. But as in the House, Republicans and Democrats are trading gavels, so there's only a limited amount of bills that'll be able to be heard in that time. One of the big noteworthy developments this week was the governor's revised budget, and unfortunately he included in that the cuts to non-public pupil aid. In the press release he said that those dollars go to private schools, and he was cutting aid to private schools. Those dollars go to students and not schools, and so that's really why this is a problem, is that our students receive $1,000 a year in transportation and instructional aids, nursing, counseling, textbooks, standardized tests, so many essential services that the state has made a commitment to funding for all students. And so we're going to be encouraging Catholics, especially those in our Catholic schools, our Catholic school leaders, to really speak out against these cuts to essential services. We shouldn't be defunding kids right now, and especially since so many need those busing aids just to get to school.
Absolutely, and I think it's just so important. We've had so many Catholics already speak out on the issue, and we want more Catholics to continue making your voice heard. Have principals reach out to your legislators. There's all sorts of things you can do, and you can contact our office if you have questions about any of that, and we're happy to help you. Happy to help guide you.
We're feeling pretty good that these cuts will not pass this year, because we're having a lot of great conversations with legislators on both sides of the aisle. Our school principals especially are really stepping up and coming to meetings and having those meetings and educating members about non-public pupil aid. One of the important things that you have to do here at the Capitol is close information gaps, because there are thousands of bills and thousands of issues, and there's such big legislative turnover, and there are 201 legislators. So with all that turnover, you have to constantly be educating them about these things. And one of the great things about this issue is that even though we don't like opposing these cuts, it's an opportunity for schools and our community, our non-public school community, to talk to legislators about why these issues are really important. So keep up those conversations, engaging in constructive ways, and with that constructive engagement, we'll have a positive result at the end of session.
Right, absolutely. And this week we have something else going on. We just asked you to model faithful citizenship. The bishops are going to be here this week at the Capitol modeling faithful citizenship and really engaging with legislators in another way. They're going to be meeting with leadership and with legislators all day, having constructive conversations about issues that we agree on, issues that we disagree on, and trying to find positive solutions.
These are great meetings every year, and the bishops, they meet with the governor, they meet with the majority and minority leaders in both parties in both houses. They oftentimes will meet with a number of other legislators as well. I think typically in a year, besides all the leadership and the governor, we'll probably hit 30 to 35 legislators as well. So it's a really great day. Again, as Maggee said, modeling faithful citizenship, having constructive conversations, having areas of agreement and disagreement, and there's both of those with both parties in both caucuses in both houses. So, but that's just part of what the work of faithful citizenship is it's not simply voting on election day, but it's going to talk to our elected officials throughout that legislative process, engaging them about our perspective on issues, why they're important, why they matter. This year we're going to be talking about the non-public pupil aid issue for sure, absolutely, but also going to be talking about services to immigrants, increasing the child tax credit, online sports gambling, insurance mandates that promote unethical healthcare initiatives, and ways that we're offering and proposing to create better healthcare alternatives. So a wide variety of issues that impact human dignity and the common good, but it's always great to have the bishops up at the Capitol. They are the Minnesota Catholic Conference after all, and so if we're inviting you to engage in faithful citizenship, it's important for them to model that as well, and there's certainly leaders, whether it's on that day or testifying or meeting with legislators one-on-one behind the scenes. The work of the bishops is hugely impactful in terms of their promotion of the common good here in our state.
Right, and that's always fun for us and for the legislators to have them up here. And another way that we can engage in faithful citizenship is coming to the Capitol for adoration. We have adoration, First Friday adoration, coming up on April 4th. That is going to be, per usual, in the governor's dining room. It happens from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. every first Friday. So we have April and May left for our season, if you may. And one of the bishops that's going to be joining for that as well, Bishop Zielinski, is going to bring up a group of people from the New Ulm Diocese to come pray for our legislators and to engage and learn about the issues.
It's a big year. There's a lot of tough issues, and we need to pray for our legislators, and they may have a spirit of wisdom and discernment. So we got to do the work of faithful citizenship, but we got to pray as well, and that really makes an important difference. I feel like we've seen some real change and movement at the Capitol in the last couple of years because of this initiative. So just take an hour. Bring a few friends, come up to the Capitol. As Maggee said, the governor's historic dining room from 9 to 4 on April 4th. And plan ahead, we'll give you a parking pass if you go to our website, mncatholic.org, under the events tab. Have a parking pass available for you because sometimes it's difficult to park here at the Capitol, but just really can't underscore the importance of it enough. Again, our bishop's leading by bringing a group of people, but you can join them and bring a group of people as well to pray for our state, pray for our elected leaders, and pray for the protection of human dignity and the common good.
Great. Well, it's great to be with you. There's a lot going on at the Capitol this week, so I'm sure we'll have another full update for you next week. We encourage you, if you're not already, join the Catholic Advocacy Network, follow us on social media, and really engage with your legislators and learn how to exercise your civic duty.
Yeah, it's simple. Click of the mouse, mncatholic.org/join. You can join the Catholic Advocacy Network. We'll connect you with our legislators, give you pre-made messages that you can personalize and then send to your elected officials. Faithful citizenship is just that easy. Use the click of the mouse. Thanks again for joining us on this edition of Inside the Capitol. We'll be back again with you next week with some important updates for sure. Thanks so much, and God bless.
Thank you.